Title: You're a pathetic excuse for a man, my father-in-law screamed, tearing up my report. You're fired, effective immediately, my wife spat. And the kids aren't yours. Get out of our lives. They gave me 30 minutes. But as I reached the door, their phones exploded with 99+ urgent missed calls because, start. He ripped the report in half, each shred like a blade across my chest. My father-in-law's voice thundered through the room, spittle on his lips. You're fired, effective immediately. And then her voice, cold, venomous, my wife. And the kids aren't yours. Get out of our lives. 30 minutes. That's what they gave me. 30 minutes to erase years of my life, to gather what was left of my dignity and leave. But as I turned toward the door, their phones lit up, vibrated, shook violently on the table. 99+ urgent missed calls. Same number, same desperate name. Their faces drained of color. I almost smiled. I once believed in family, in loyalty. I let him, my father-in-law, mentor me, guide me through his empire of steel and contracts. I wanted to prove myself worthy of his daughter, worthy of the grandchildren we raised under that roof. She, my wife, had been my center, the warmth I came home to, the quiet laughter in the night, the illusion of love strong enough to endure anything. But illusions crack when you lean too hard, and I leaned with everything I had. The first clue was a misplaced document, his estate plans, tucked into my briefcase. Not an accident. It spoke of transfer of assets, the removal of an heir. My name had been crossed out in red ink. Then her late-night phone calls, cut short when I entered the room. The perfume on her dress that wasn't hers. The empty bank account, and then the medical tests. The DNA that whispered what my gut already screamed. The children were not mine. Betrayal wasn't a wound. It was a slow bleed, silent, fatal if you let it be. I chose not to. Pain sharpened me. I stopped sleeping, but I didn't rage. I didn't beg. I watched. For 6 months, I studied them, quietly, calmly. I tracked his business dealings, the offshore accounts, the tax evasions hidden behind shell companies. I wired his office, recorded late-night meetings where bribes slid across tables. Her? I traced her transfers, her hotel bookings, the man she kept on the side. Photographs, time-stamped, unshakable proof. I became a ghost in my own house, smiling at dinner, tucking the kids in bed, all while archiving the death warrant of their reputations. Then I built the trap. Anonymous emails, quiet leaks, legal threads pulled one by one until the entire tapestry unraveled. They thought I was broken. They thought I was blind. But broken men don't build bombs. The detonator was simple: time. On the morning of my firing, the first phase detonated. The financial regulators received a dossier, every fraudulent deal mapped with dates, accounts, signatures. The empire he guarded crumbled by lunchtime. By evening, the second phase bloomed, her affair plastered across every social feed, photos sliding through phones like poison. Clients called, friends whispered, their charity circles closed ranks and vanished. And the third phase, my favorite, was the paternity suit, filed anonymously, evidence airtight, court dates stamped in red. She couldn't hide the truth any longer, all while I stood in that living room pretending to be the discarded husband, the disgraced employee. So when their phones erupted, when the screen lit with law office again and again, I knew the panic in their eyes wasn't for me. It was for themselves. He dropped into a chair, sweat dripping down his temples, suddenly older, smaller. She clutched her phone, scrolling frantically, her face pale as bone. What did you do?" she stammered. I didn't answer. I only looked at the torn pieces of my report on the floor, my final submission, my resignation letter written in silence and sealed with revenge. "You wanted me gone," I whispered. "Now you'll have nothing left to keep." The empire collapsed within weeks. Investigations, arrests, assets frozen. His name dragged across headlines he once bought to stay clean. Her lover disappeared the moment the scandal broke. The children, hers, not mine, were taken by the state after the courts stripped her of custody. I signed nothing, I fought nothing. I let the truth devour them on its own. And I walked away free. People ask me if I regret it, if the nights are long, if silence haunts me. But the truth is, I've never slept better. Because revenge, when done right, isn't rage, it isn't chaos, it's order, a balance restored. I gave them 30 minutes to destroy me. I gave myself 6 months to destroy them. And I'll tell you this, when you've been betrayed so deeply, silence becomes your sharpest weapon. And I learned to wield it perfectly.